When I start thinking about iconic soundtracks in anime, a particular show always finds its way into my head. That show is Initial D. And although its first season aired in 1998, people still love and listen to its music today. In fact, I would go so far as to say that people know the music better than they know the show, due to the fact that some of its tracks have become inside jokes among both the anime and general internet community. You can find countless compilation videos and parodies of songs like Running in the 90s and DEJA VU all over YouTube and other websites. For a series all about going fast and drifting around corners as quickly as possible, there is no better style of music than Eurobeat. Many Initial D fans simply heard the soundtrack somewhere and wanted to check out the source material. Even still, there are plenty of people who have only seen a couple of episodes here or there, or no episodes at all, that still listen and enjoy its bombastic songs. It speaks to the popularity of the show and brings up a pretty good question. Would Initial D be anywhere near as popular today if it wasn't for its fantastic use of the Eurobeat soundtrack in the show? No matter what, Initial D would most likely be regarded as a cult classic among car enthusiasts and late 90s anime fans even without the music, but it's unlikely it would garner as much traction as it has today without those bumpin' tunes. In fact, many fans of the series agree that by the 5th season or so, one of the only reasons to watch the series is for its great music. So what would Initial D sound like with a different soundtrack altogether? Well, oddly enough, we don't have to speak in the hypothetical sense because Tokyopop did just that with their English dub. They adapted Initial D, but with their own sounds and music. I'm not even going to get into the fact that Takami's 8-6 sounds like an American muscle car, how characters have really odd nicknames, or the fact that there are random edits all over the place that try to make the races look better but just fail miserably at it. No, we're here to talk about the music, and I hear that later in the Tokyopop dub, some of those issues mentioned are eventually ironed out. Although if you want my honest opinion, just watch Funimation's dub or the original Japanese version for a better overall experience. You can't go wrong with either of those options. So what kind of music did Tokyopop go for? Well, I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it seems to be a mix of rap, hip-hop, and the occasional bit of rock. The rock doesn't really feel that out of place since there was some of that in the show originally. This is not to say that these genres of music can't work for anime, because they definitely can. Samurai Champloo's music direction, spearheaded by Nujabes, remains as one of the most refreshing soundtracks in anime to me. But does it really work for Initial D? Well, take a listen.
Times invest 20 times. Caress size, third pupil wise. Patrol the outsides, mommy's ass in them jeans pretty fly. My freestyle reverse sirens, enough shit to force an MC to...
If anything, I believe Tokyopop was going for a Fast and Furious type of vibe for this show, and I guess they tried? Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the entirety of the Tokyopop OST is bad, because it definitely has some good and standout tracks in there. But the show just loses something from not having that driving, upbeat rhythm of a Eurobeat song. How can you not get hyped for this? It just fits, and that's why it works so well. Initial D is all about speed and those sweet, sweet inertia drifts. Without the original music, the show feels barren, as if it needs something more to complete it. The racing scenes just aren't as engaging, and Tokyopop's music often doesn't fit the overall mood of a scene that is supposed to be adrenaline-inducing. It makes me care a whole lot less about Takami and how he is going to overtake his opponent on Mount Akina. I mean, even the less popular Eurobeat tunes are just a joy to listen to. And not once in the entire show did I find myself getting tired of listening to that fantastic music. You know, it's always interesting to see what a studio will do when dubbing an anime, but one of the weirdest decisions to me is to change the music, especially when it's one of the main driving points of a series. English dubs for anime often get flack from fans of the original because they just don't live up to the expectations they had, but for the most part I can deal with Tokyopop's somewhat average dub, even with its weird nicknames and odd choice of editing. Initial D wouldn't be where it was today without its iconic and unique soundtrack, and that's not something many anime can say. Funimation made the correct decision by reviving the old memorable soundtrack with their dub and brought it back to a wider Western audience. It's kind of a shame to me to think that a lot of people may have dropped this series back in the day or even finished watching it without hearing that banging Eurobeat music as Takumi drifted around the next corner. One thing is for sure though, Initial D's awesome soundtrack will live on regardless of the anime's popularity. And that is truly impressive. Hey everyone, it's the Citrus Panda. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more videos like this one, I did a similar style video about Code Geass and Death Note, and you can click the link there. I also do a series called Anime in 2 Minutes, which are little short clips of me trying to explain an anime in 2 minutes, if that's more your style. Anyway, thanks for watching the video again, and until next time, keep it real.